Welcome to another remote edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano. On today's program, we chat with Kelly Cobble, president of the Quincy Art Association, about how they're coping during the pandemic. First, though, we check news for you. Currently in Quincy, there have been 1,319 cases of coronavirus confirmed in the city. There have been 1,108 recoveries and 133 deaths. There are currently 26 active cases in the city. A special education teacher and a paraprofessional tested positive for COVID-19 recently while teaching an in-person class at North Quincy High School. The teachers plus 2 IT workers are under isolation, and the 5 students are in a 14-day quarantine as a precaution. A special task force has been established to discuss the issue of equality and diversity within the Quincy Public Schools. School Committee Vice Chairman Anthony Andronico says it's an opportunity to institute change.
We had Visions Inc. brought in to talk with us at our last meeting just about some of the services they offer, what were their thoughts on these issues, from an outsider perspective on Quincy. What are some things that you can maybe recommend moving forward? We've already committed to diversity training for staff. A few of those sessions have already taken place, at the higher up level, and we're looking to implement that, further down the line for staff, for our teachers, and make sure that they're integrated into this as well, because they're going to have to be. Yeah. So we talked about that. And I think when we talk about maybe having a listening session where people can vent and have a space where they feel comfortable talking about these things, if you have an employee of Quincy Public Schools be the moderator or responsible, I'm not certain if people are going to feel 100% comfortable. And that's not to say they're not comfortable with the individual. They're just not comfortable with the title that individual holds. And so we're going to have to look at bringing in a third party. Who that is remains to be seen. And that's something the committee is going to work out over the summer, and the administration's going to have to work out, though.
A recent survey indicated that some students reported feeling isolated because there were no publications in school libraries that represented their culture and background. Andronico says a discussion about redesigning the North Quincy High School mascot, the Yaku, will also be part of change going forward. Police continue to search for whoever damaged a state police cruiser parked in a Quincy garage this week. The front driver, passenger, and rear windows were smashed in and the vehicle ransacked. As it was parked in a garage at 1 Brook Road in Quincy Center, the trooper assigned to the cruiser says the damage occurred sometime between 7:30 Sunday night and 6:50 Monday morning. Trooper said it didn't appear as if anything was stolen from the cruiser. That trooper is assigned to Troop H at the South Boston Barracks. Anybody with information about the incident has to contact state police. Congressman Joe Kennedy III was in Quincy recently. Kennedy was joined by former Congressman William Delahunt, city councilors Nina Liang and Brian Palmucci, and LGBTQ activist Shaka Babin, as he met with Quincy Center business owners on his Jobs and Justice initiative to help guide the country through the coronavirus pandemic. Kennedy visited the Fords, Alba, 16C, and Shaking Crab restaurants, First Class Salon, and other local businesses. Councilors Liang, Palmucci, and Ian Kane have all endorsed Kennedy in his bid to unseat Senator Ed Markey. The Southwest Quincy neighborhood now has a completely renovated Kincaid Park. Earlier this week, officials and residents gathered to mark the formal reopening of that park after a $5.7 million improvement project. During a weekly City Hall update, Mayor Thomas Koch praised the project as an example of the city's commitment to improving the quality of life for all residents.
Southwest Middle School's on the back side, and the front side is the Lincoln Hancock School. So it serves a great neighborhood of our city, but also serves 2 school communities as well. Magnificent facility. If you're in that area, feel free to try it out. If you just want to go out for a walk, it's got a beautiful walking area all around the park, and it's got some recreational equipment along the way if you want to work out. And certainly if you get your kid, you want to bring down a grandkid, it's got a splash pad and playground equipment. So please, it's your park. I again thank Councilor Palmucci and all the members of the council who voted for the project. Steve Pesovich, a grant writer, who wrote a grant for it. We got some state money, so I thank the Baker administration for their effort toward it as well. It's another great example in the city of Quincy of our commitment to include every neighborhood, but also to improve everybody's quality of life here. And that's a great, great project. So if you're driving around the city, you're going to see other road work happening. You'll see the skate park on Pond Street, which is almost finished, the dog park off of Quarry Street, which is finished. Be starting the shelter very soon, it's our hope, but the new road on Quarry Street up near Sons of Italy is finished, and that leads up to the dog park, and we'll be talking more about that in a future show. So with that, as best you can, enjoy your summer days. Until next time, stay safe. God bless.
Kincaid Park now includes a synthetic turf soccer field, basketball courts, children's playground, splash pad, walking and sprinting track, rain garden, 1,100 new plantings, and 140 new trees. Coming up, we check in with Kelly Cobble of the Quincy Art Association next.
Are you a veteran, or do you know a veteran who is struggling with housing due to COVID-19? Veterans Inc. can help provide support services, including assistance with rent, deposits, utilities, as well as emergency housing, including hotel stays to eligible struggling veterans. If you or someone you know is in need of services, please call 1-800-482-2565 or go online to www.veteransinc.org.
Social distancing and staying home are the best ways to limit the spread of COVID-19. But if you must go out, make sure you cover your face. You can use anything that covers your nose and mouth, including dust masks, scarves, and bandanas. But leave the surgical masks and N95s for healthcare workers. Remember, masks slow the spread when you must go out, but staying home and social distancing are the best ways to protect yourself and others. For more information, visit mass.gov/COVID-19.
You've always protected me.
Thanks, Dad.
Every day of my life.
Hold on there, buddy, hold on.
I'm older now, but I still need you.
Kids are getting addicted to prescription pain pills.
Can you still protect me?
You can protect them. Kids who talk with their parents about opioids are less likely to misuse them. When you have conversations about drugs and alcohol, make sure you talk about the risks of prescription pain pills too. Find out what you
President of the Quincy Art Association, who's taken the show on the road. Hey, Kelly.
Exactly. It is COVID.
How are you?
I'm fabulous. Thank you. Thank you. Been working, been stuck at home. So this was a chance to be on the road today. So sorry, it was unexpected, but I thought you could roll with it.
I think it adds a new dimension to our chat for sure.
Good. I know.
I
I've been
really wanted to
looking
touch
forward
base
to
with you,
it.
just find out, how the Art Association is doing during this whole crisis, and what you're doing, if anything.
Right. Well, sad to say, the Art Association hasn't been active itself. The building has been pretty empty. I've been going in every week, doing the mail, doing the bills, checking in. We've cleaned it thoroughly. It's ready to go when we're ready to go. So we just don't know when that will be yet, unfortunately. Our teachers are pretty reluctant to, come back. So we've discussed a couple of different things. We've discussed possible summer activities, maybe something even outside, but we haven't, firmed anything up yet. So we will keep you in touch, obviously. We've been pretty active with our newsletter and our news via Constant Contact. Tony is still cranking out the creative juices, so that's good for us. So we're keeping in touch, however we can. Lots of updates We did try to promote, and I am promoting if there are any Quincy Art members out there to add to the Quincy, COVID Memories project. And we've really put out several requests for people to add their artwork and their stuff so that we can leave an imprint on the city. So I do encourage that. And I have some things of my own that I haven't uploaded yet either. I was a puzzle maniac there for a couple of months. So we grabbed a couple of photos and in our garden. So that's been fun. But we have been very active on social media. We want to stay connected with our members. We want to reach out to other potential members, and we have grabbed the attention of some people. So that's good. So we do have pages on Facebook and Instagram as well as Twitter. And we are encouraging artists to do a theme, usually by month. So we started around Earth Day, and then we've done water, landscapes, and we have a few other surprises, coming up. So we challenge the members to, post images of their artwork that follow the theme, and we're happy to post them up on Facebook, and everybody comments and compliments and enjoys each other's work. So that's been a lot of fun. And Tony has been maintaining a gallery on our webpage. So artists are encouraged to also send their artwork to our Quincy Art webpage, quincyartma.org. And Tony will finesse the image and put it up there with the title and the media. So yeah, we just wanted to encourage people to show off their stuff.
Have you been able to do anything virtually at all? Maybe remote classes. Have you thought about that at all?
We have thought about it. We've talked about it. So far, we haven't had any teachers, pull it together. We do have a teacher, Morgan Davis, who actually teaches at Quincy College. So she was in the middle of her semester teaching art virtual classes, but I think it's taken her a while to recover. So I haven't put too much pressure on her, but I will follow up with her. And if we can pull something off, we will. We've had quite a few conversations about how the best way to do it. Unfortunately, our instructors really love the interaction with their students. They really get up close and personal. They look at their work. They, give them tidbits right there and then. It's really kind of a live thing. So not to say that it can't be done virtually, but they do find it very challenging to, because they do enjoy the interaction. But we will pursue something.
Yeah,
definitely. I do want to also give a plug. We have been able, because of our talented artists, actually Morgan and several others do plein air painting. Mm-hmm. So they do go outside. They've been around the Blacks Creek area, and they can show up anywhere that has a nice landscape. And so they have been painting outside, and that's open to anybody to join them. You can paint, you can draw, you can photograph, you can just sit and talk if you want. Of course, with social distancing.
Right.
So we maintain a plein air in Quincy, PLEIN air in Quincy painting page as well, and people can look for that to find out if it's posted, where they could just jump in and join the group.
Okay, so this might be a good opportunity for folks who have maybe been thinking about trying dabbling in art a little bit, and maybe have extra time on their hands to see something.
Absolutely, and everybody's non-judgmental and welcoming, helpful. They want to help. They love their craft so much that they love to share it with people.
Yeah. So I can't help but think too that art can be a way to release some anxiety, and just kind of remove yourself from the reality of what's going on every day right now.
I have been posting, so many things on the page that I've come across with this, starting very early in March. I mean, it's something that we've always known, something that we've always perpetuated. I've even used it in the descriptions of our classes, how relaxing it can be, doing a workshop or doing a class. We in the winter we had offered a Japanese ink brush class, which is very much based on the Zen, Zen-like philosophy. So get yourself in the moment and just let yourself go. So there is nothing like art to help pull your inner strengths through and express it to the world.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, a great way to do that is the Quincy COVID Memories project. We're happy here at QATV to be teaming up with the city, with the library, with Quincy 400 to collect all these reflections of life in Quincy. During the pandemic, I posted my home office picture there. So even something as simple as that,
Absolutely, yes. No, it's great. And,
yeah, go ahead, Kelly.
well, we are lucky that our building actually has an extensive, lawn. So we are still hoping to do some activities outside.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we've gotten a few requests about the Arts Fest, and
Funny you should ask.
Yeah, obviously it can't happen this year, not safely. So we're hoping to pull something off, maybe virtually. We've all talked about it. We really want it to happen. I know we've been looking at a few other art associations. South Shore Art Center just did their annual activity. So, we'll see if we can do something, at least for the artists to, really get their work out there and maybe have it be like a marketplace.
Okay. Yeah, because I know it's an important venue for them to be recognized and also to sell their work.
Absolutely. Right. And usually we participate also in the Arts Affair at Marina Bay, which would be the first weekend in August, and they are doing theirs virtual.
Okay.
So anybody can look up their website, the Arts Affair, and enjoy this stuff too.
Sure. What year would this have been, Kelly, for Arts Fest had it taken place in person?
Oh my goodness, like 22, I think, somewhere around there. Right.
Well,
yeah,
maybe next year, a lot of folks are saying.
Exactly.
You think this might inspire folks to become
such a shame.
members, and find the Art Association where they might not have if this had not happened?
I think so. I think people are poking around. At first, we were a little bit hesitant to push to remind people of membership and so on. But now I think it really turned a corner. At first we were really concerned that people were, losing their jobs, and obviously the artists aren't selling their things. They're not being able to show them and put them out, like they were. So we were concerned about people's monetary concerns, but $18 or $25, isn't such a hard task at this point. So we decided to actually do our membership push, because July 1st is supposed to be the date when people, when their membership is due.
Oh.
But over the years, we got lax, and we're just renewing it as people, sent it in. So we're back to July 1st. So everybody who has sent in their membership renewal since really we went back to December will be good until July 2021.
Oh, very
so
good.
we got ourselves organized. I've had great help from Linda Santoro. She's been a good friend and a good helper. So, and she wasn't afraid to go into the office when I wasn't there. So it's worked out good.
Yeah, very good. What's your membership now? About how many would you say you have?
Well, again, it's hard to say because some are still members, even though they haven't paid for for a couple of years. But we have about 250 names on our list.
Yep.
We probably have about 170 active members.
Okay.
So we'll try. Like I said, we have a little bit more time on our hands these days, so we'll try to put an effort through. We're also sending out, we didn't have our annual meeting,
Right.
Thanks to COVID, but we are going to do an email push. So anybody who is out there and is interested, we will be having our executive board and board of directors to nominate yourself or somebody vacancy. Board vacancies that are more specific. So anybody's welcome to, again, nominate themselves. The first Monday of each month at 6:30 is our board members, board meetings.
Okay.
Anybody can email us if they want more information.
Okay. And QuincyArtMA.org is the main site, right?
That's the site. And then QuincyArtMA at Yahoo. QuincyArt@yahoo.com for our email address.
Okay. And social media too?
Yes. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Facebook, obviously, Quincy Art Association, and I don't know the other ones. Some version of Quincy Art. You'll find us.
You can't miss it. Exactly.
Exactly.
So-
Yes, I have. I have a couple of other people that help maintain those accounts. So I can't do it all, Joe. You know that. I don't even try.
Well, it's important to point out it's you're all volunteer organization, so this is truly a labor of love.
Exactly. Absolutely.
All right, Kelly. Anything else you think we should add before we zoom out here?
I know. Sorry. No, just for everybody to, stay in touch and for you to keep in touch, because if I have updates, I'll be sure to give them to you, but sometimes I forget. So, I will point out that we've had an exciting artist feature in the Quincy Sun.
Ooh.
So everybody should look for that. Once a month, we have a little bio and an artist statement, and a photo of the artist, and then a photo of the artist, an example of their work that they choose. So we've highlighted Tony and Valerie Mine, and our upcoming artist will be Wendy, the very talented photographer. So we're excited about that. So we're trying to use all the media that we can, and showcase our great works however we can.
Sure. Yeah. Well, be sure and utilize us here at QATV too. We'd be happy to help feature, spotlight some of the artists.
Yes. Our last meeting, we did talk about some artists hopefully going into each other's studio and trying to do a little film clip that we could share with you. So if they pull it off, we'll be sure to let you know.
Okay.
That would be wonderful.
Super. We'll let you get back to your road trip. Hope you enjoy your time on the road.
Thank you so much, Joe.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay.
So nice.
Great. Okay, well, I will be in touch, or you be in touch too.
Okay, sounds good.
Think great things about art.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Special thanks to Kelly Cobble of the Quincy Art Association for joining us today. Thanks to our crew working remotely from home, and thank you for watching. And a reminder to please participate in the Quincy COVID Memories Project. The Thomas Crane Library, Quincy 400, the city, and us here at QATV have all teamed up to document life in Quincy during the pandemic. Upload your videos, your photos, artwork, essays, or any other experiences to quincyculturalmemory.com, or you can send them to the Thomas Crane Library, Attention Local History, 40 Washington Street, Quincy, 02169. And an invitation to you to please visit our newly redesigned website, qatv.org. You'll find our latest programs, news and information, online classes, video on demand, and now live streaming. For all of us here at Quincy Access Television, I'm Joe Catalano. Please stay safe.